So it's a festive season and I'll be using this white Patons Canadiana yarn. It's a size 4 acrylic weight yarn, but you know some size 4s feel like size 3, so that's how this one feels like. I'll be using it in white and I'll also be using it in red as well. So you can find this in Michael's, and I'll be using a 3.5 crochet millimeter hook. We are going to start from the neckline of the dress. You're going to make your slip knot. Chain 61. So this gives me a length of 13 inches. So please check your gauge when you're doing this so that you don't have a shorter or longer chain. To start row 1, yarn over, and I'm going to be working on the back palm. So you're going to skip the first 2 stitches. You're going to be making 1 double crochet into the 3rd chain. And now make 1 double crochet into the next 7 stitches. So we now have 8 double crochets done. We're going to work our first corner. Make 1 double crochet to the next stitch, chain 2, and make another double crochet into the same stitch. So your first corner is done. 1 double crochet into the next 11 stitches, and this is going to be for our first armhole. We are now going to work our second corner. Make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, chain 2, and make another double crochet into the same stitch. This is how we work all our corners. Now we make 1 double crochet into the next 17 stitches, and this is going to be for the back of the neck. Now I'm going to work your third corner. Make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same stitch. We are now going to work our second armhole, so make 1 double crochet into the next 11 stitches. Now we are at our last corner, so yarn over, work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, chain 2, and work another double crochet into the same stitch. We are going to work 1 double crochet into the last 8 stitches. So after row 1, this is how our neckline is beginning to form. So we see our front, our armholes, our corners, and the back of the neck. To start row 2, chain 2, turn your work, and make 1 double crochet into the first stitch. So the same stitch as the chain 2. The chain 2 does not count as a stitch. Yarn over, and we are going to work 1 front post double crochet into the next stitch. Yarn over and work 1 back post double crochet into the next stitch. Work 1 front post double crochet around the next stitch. 1 back post double crochet. So repeat this all till we get to the corner. When you get to the first stitch in the corner, work your pattern. So in this case, we have a back post double crochet. And we are now going to go into the chain 2 space to work our corner. So we work 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the chain 2 space of the previous corner. And now, so this is how it looks like. Now yarn over and continue your front post back post pattern. So work a back post double crochet, front post double crochet. So keep working front post and back posts till we get to the next corner. Now when you get to the first stitch of the next corner, yarn over and continue the same pattern. So we do a back post double crochet, and we are going to work our corner. Insert your hook into the chain 2 space, make 1 double crochet, chain 2, and work another double crochet into the chain 2 space of the previous corner. So we are working front post, back post, and then when you get to your corners, you work your corner pattern. So repeat this pattern all to the end. At the last stitch, yarn over and work 1 double crochet at the top of the last double crochet. But don't complete your double crochet. We are going to change colors here. So grab your red yarn and pull through the 2 remaining loops on the hook. I'm going to secure the yarn change with a knot. Now cut off your white yarn because we are done with it for now. We are only going to be working with our red yarn from now onwards. Chain 2, turn your work and work 1 double crochet in each stitch. Remember the chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So when you get to your corners, you're going to work your corner pattern. Make 1 double crochet into the previous chain 2 space, chain 2, and make 1 double crochet into the same space. Then continue working 1 double crochet till you get to the next corner. So we are the corner now. Work 1 double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. Your second corner is formed. So continue working this pattern all along till at the end of row 3. At the end of row 3, make 1 double crochet into the last stitch. Chain 2 to start row 4, and from row 4 to row 6 we'll be repeating row 3. So make 1 double crochet into each stitch and then work your corner pattern when you get to your corners. So I'm done with row 4, and you're going to repeat row 4 for 2 more rows. So do that and I'll meet you at the end of row 6. So at the end of row 6, from your neck to your base should measure 3 inches. And this is our armhole. So we are now going to complete our armhole. If you have less than 3 inches, you may need to work an additional row. Chain 2, turn your work. So for row 7, we are going to be working on our armholes. Make 1 double crochet in each stitch till you get to the first corner. At the first corner, make 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space. Chain 2. I'm going to connect it to the second corner, yarn over, and make 2 double crochets into the second corner. So our first armhole is done. Now continue working 1 double crochet in each stitch till you get to the third corner. So I'm at the third corner. I'm going to work 2 double crochets into that chain 2 space. Chain 2, yarn over and connect it to the last corner by making 2 double crochets into that chain 2 space. So our 2 armholes are done now. Now complete this row by working 1 double crochet into the remaining stitches. And so we have an armhole depth of 3.5 inches. Start row 8, chain 2, and turn your work. So we are now going to continue from row 8 to row 12. So we are going to work in 1 double crochet in each stitch all along. And this is going to be working from the armhole to the waist. So when you get to the chain 2 at the armhole, you're going to work 1 double crochet in each of the chains. So continue working 1 double crochet in each stitch, and when you get to the chain 2, work 1 double crochet in each chain stitch. So row 8 is done, and you are going to repeat row 8 for 4 more rows till you are making 1 double crochet in each stitch all along the row. Remember to always start with a chain 2, and the chain 2 at the beginning does not count as a stitch. So continue working 1 double crochet till you get to row 12, and I'll meet you at the end of row 12. So we've completed the bodies of the dress, and we have a length of 5.5 inches. So we are now going to be working on the skirt of the dress. Slip stitch the ends together to close the last row. So insert your hook into the first double crochet of the row, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch, chain 1 and cut off your yarn. So this is the front part of our dress, and we don't want our seams to be showing at the front. That's why we are closing the row here, and we'll turn our work and start working from the back of the dress. And this will make our seam to show at the back rather than the front. The front open seam is where we'll be putting our buttons. So make sure your sides and your middle parts are aligned. Insert your hook in the middle section, grab your yarn and pull through. I'm going to secure it with a knot. Insert my hook and chain 2. Now work 3 double crochets into the same stitch. Remember that chain 2 does not count as a stitch, so you are making the 3 double crochets into the first stitch. Now work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And work 3 double crochets into the next stitch. One double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Three double crochets into the next stitch. This is going to be a repeat for the entire round. So 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. 3 double crochets into the next stitch. So repeat this pattern for the entire round. Now when you get to the back seam where we made our slip stitch, continue with the same pattern, working 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches and 3 double crochets in the next stitch. So continue with the pattern all around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. So when you get to the end of the round, complete the pattern with how many stitches you have left, and then slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet to close the round. Now this pattern is going to create the flaring out effect of the skirt. To start round 2, chain 2 and work 1 double crochet in each stitch all around. At the end of the round, slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet to close the round. So you're going to repeat round 2 for 2 more rounds, and I'll meet you at the end of round 4. At the end of round 4, I'm going to change colors here to my white yarn. So insert your hook into the first double crochet. Grab your white yarn, pull through and make a slip stitch. I'm going to secure it at the back with a knot. Do not cut off your red yarn, we'll pick it up later. We are now going to work on our shell edging. We are going to be working in the front loops only, that's the loop facing you. Leave the back loops, we'll be working in them for the next round. So insert your hook, make 1 single crochet, front loop only. Yarn over, skip 1, 2, 3. In the 4th stitch, go through the front loop and make 7 double crochets into the front loop only. Skip the next 3 stitches. In the 4th stitch, through the front loop only, make 1 single crochet. So our first shell is done. Yarn over, skip the next 3 stitches. In the 4th stitch, work 7 double crochets in the front loop only. Skip the next 3 stitches. In the 4th stitch, make 1 single crochet in the front loop only. So we have 2 shells formed. This is going to be a repeat for the entire round. Yarn over, skip the next 3 stitches, make 7 double crochets in the first stitch, front loop only. Skip the next 3 stitches, 1 single crochet in the fourth stitch, front loop only. So repeat this all around and I'll meet you at the end of the round. At the end of round 5, 2 stitches left. I'm going to skip them and slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet. Chain 1 and cut off your yarn. To start the second tier, turn over your work like so. We are going to work in the back loops of round 4. Remember that we worked our shell patterns in the front loop of round 4. So pick up your red yarn, insert your hook into the back loop and chain 2. You are going to work 1 double crochet in each stitch for the entire round. So at the end of round 6, slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet to close the round. 2 to start round 7. To be making 1 double crochet in each stitch all around. We are working in both loops, so we are working our regular double crochets. At the end of round 7, slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. So repeat round 7 for 2 more rows and I'll meet you at the end of round 9 to work our shell edging. On completing round 9, I'm slip stitching to the top, but I'm going to change my colors here. Remember, we work our shells with a white color. Pull through and make a slip stitch. Secure the back with a knot. Now we are going to work our shell pattern just as we did for the first one. So chain 1 and make 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Remember, front loop only. Yarn over, skip the next 3 stitches and make 7 double crochets in the next stitch, front loop only. Now skip the next 3 stitches and work 1 single crochet in the next stitch, front loop only. Skip the next 3 stitches, work 7 double crochet in the next stitch, front loop only. Skip the next 3 stitches and make 1 single crochet in the next stitch, front loop only. So repeat this shell pattern all along the round, and I'll meet you at the end of round 10. So at the end of round 10, I have 2 stitches left. I'm going to skip those 2 stitches and slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet. Chain 1 and cut off your yarn. Now you're going to turn over your work again, grab your red yarn, and you're going to go through the back loops of round 9, just as we did in the first tier. So grab your yarn, chain 2, and work 1 double crochet all around. At the end of round 11, slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet to close the round. And so you're going to repeat everything you did for the first tier. So you're going to repeat round 11 for 3 more rounds, and then you're going to complete your shell edging. So do that, and I'll meet you at the end of round 15. That's when you have your final shell edging. So I've completed my final shell edging, and I'm going to slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet. Chain 1 and cut off your yarn. So the 3 tiers are complete now, each with a finished shell edging, and I'm going to be working on finishing off the edges at the front opening. That's where we are going to place our buttons. I'll be using the white yarn, so grab your yarn, insert your hook into the first stitch at the edge of your neckline. Grab your yarn, pull through and secure it with a knot. Insert your hook, chain 1, and you're going to be working 1 single crochet all along the side facing you. Now continue working 1 single crochet in the corner between the 2 edges. And then once you get to the other edge, you're going to switch to working 1 double crochet on the side. That is going to act as our buttonholes. Once you've completed chain 1, and cut off your yarn and pull through. Make sure that you weave in all your ends. I'm now going to show you how to work on the color of the dress all around the edge of the neckline. So insert your hook into the front loop only. That's the loop facing you. Grab your yarn, pull through and secure it with a knot. So insert your hook and chain 2 and work 1 double crochet into the same stitch. The chain 2 does not count as a stitch. Now work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, front loop only. In the third stitch, work 2 double crochets. Make 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Two double crochets into the next. So this is a repeat for the first row of the collar. So continue with the pattern all along for row 1 and I'll meet you at the end of row 1. At the end of row 1, chain 1 and turn your work. We're going to be working the same shelf pattern we used for the skirt. Make 1 single crochet into the first stitch and now we are working in both loops. Skip the next 3 stitches and work 7 double crochets. Skip the next 3 stitches. Make 1 single crochet into the 4th stitch. Yarn over, skip the next 3 stitches, make 7 double crochets. So same pattern as the shell stitch we previously used. Now skip the next 3, make 1 single crochet. So repeat this pattern all around the edging and I'll meet you at the end. At the end of the row, I have 4 stitches left, so I'm going to skip 3 and make a half shell, which is 3 double crochets. So I'm done. I'm going to chain 1 and cut off my yarn. You're now going to work on an armhole. So insert your hook beneath the armhole like so. Grab your yarn, pull through and secure it with a knot. Insert your hook, grab your yarn and chain 2. Make 1 double crochet each in the next 9 stitches. and now make 2 double crochets in the next 11 stitches. So you are putting 2 double crochets in each of the next 11 stitches. Put 2 double crochets in the 11th stitch, and I'll continue making 1 double crochet in each of the next 10 stitches. And now slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. To start round 2, chain 2 and make 1 double crochet into the same stitch. The chain 2 does not count as a stitch. And work 1 double crochet in each stitch all around. At the end of the round, slip stitch the top of the first double crochet. For round 3, we'll be repeating round 2. So chain 2 and make 1 double crochet all around for round 3, and I'll meet you at the end of round 3. So at the end of round 3, slip stitch the top of the first double crochet to close the round. Chain 2 to start round 4. We are making 1 double crochet into the next 9 stitches. And now we are going to be working double crochet decreases. So we are going to work 1 double crochet decrease into the next 2 stitches. We are going to be making 10 more of this. So you are going to have a total of 11 double crochet decreases. So now work 1 double crochet in the next 10 stitches. At the end of the round, slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. Now we have a little puff sleeve. So start round 5, chain 2 and work 1 double crochet in each stitch all around. So slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet to close the round. And this is how our sleeve looks like. Fair, you can leave it this way. If you don't want to make a long sleeve, you can leave this way. If you want the long sleeves like this design, you are going to repeat round 5 till you get to round 13. Again, 6 more rounds of 1 double crochets. So do that and I'll meet you at the end of round 13. So I have worked round 6 to round 13, slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet, but don't complete your slip stitch. Grab your white yarn, pull through and make your slip stitch. You need to secure the back with a knot. Cut off your red yarn. For round 13, we chain 1, make 1 single crochet in the first stitch. So we are working our shell pattern, the same pattern we'll be using for our skirt and our collar. Skip the next 3 stitches and work 7 double crochets in the 4th stitch. Skip the next 3 stitches and work 1 single crochet in the 4th stitch. Yarn over, skip the next 3 stitches and make 7 double crochets. Skip the next 3 stitches and work 1 single crochet. So repeat the shell pattern all around the edge of the sleeve and I'll meet you at the end. At the end, I have 2 stitches left. I'm going to skip that and slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet. Chain 1 and cut off your yarn. So our sleeve measures a total of 7 inches from the underarm and the edging gives us an extra 0.5, so a total of 7.5 inches. So we are going to repeat everything we did for the sleeve for the other sleeve. So do that and I'll meet you when both sleeves are done. So both sleeves are done and I'm now going to sew on my buttons. I got these buttons from Michaels, or you can use any button of your choice. We are going to sew it onto the edging where we made our single crochets and you are going to separate them evenly. I'm using a regular sewing thread and needle and not my yarn and yarn needle because the holes in my buttons are too small for my yarn needle. Our 3 buttons are all fixed now. So I actually contemplated using red buttons. Let me know what you think. Would you prefer red or white buttons? Now I'm going to fix my daisy flower. I have a tutorial on my channel how to make this easy and quick daisy applique flower. So you can watch it next and make one for your dress. I'm going to attach it with a tail. I'm now going to work on my bow. I'm using a satin bow and this is about 17 inches. So you cut 17 inches like so. So fold it together and find the middle section with your satin ribbon. You can also buy this already made from the craft store, but I like to do it myself. I cross the 2 sides together like this in the center of the ribbon. And I'm going to use a regular sewing thread and needle to sew them together. I'm going to make a running stitch from the bottom to the top. Pull it together to cinch the middle and keep sewing it together to make it more secure. And once this is done, I'm going to attach it. Watch the next videos to make a pair of booties and headband to match this beautiful dress, and also share with me in the comment section what tutorials you'd like more of. Thank you for watching and see you in my next tutorial video.